Rod even called Hogan's office in Sydney to see if he could bill himself as the real Crocodile Dundee in his brochures. What he got back was a letter from Hogan's partner, John Cornell. The letter, this is how it went. Sorry mate, but you cannot use Crocodile Dundee in any advertising either in Australia or the USA. Lawyers from Paramount and Rimfire Films, which was Hogan's company, would descend on you from a great height. Rod was not impressed with that response. He said, I really can't understand their position. I explained very carefully that I was willing to sign a piece of paper saying I had no rights to royalties. What I really want the right to say is what they've already said, that Hogs got the idea from myself. It could really help my little thing here. Now, there's so many different versions of this story and how Paul Hogan actually came up with the idea, including Paul Hogan's ridiculous claim that he got it from a trip to New York, which is, like, clearly it's Rod's story. In Crocodile Dundee, when he goes to New York, he rolls out his swag on the floor and he doesn't know what the bidet is, and that was off Rod's own words in his own interview. So I don't know why Paul Hogan thinks we're all stupid, but that's a podcast for another day. Anyway, what did happen was, in an early radio interview, Rod claimed Hogan had once admitted the Parkinson interview was what sparked the whole Dundee idea. Now, there's no transcript of that radio show, but back in 1986, Ken Shady, one of Hogan's scriptwriting team, told a reporter that after seeing Rod on TV, Hogan thought this is an ideal character for himself. Of course, no one was going to admit this. Shady later said, all I can say is the story came from Paul Hogan, and Cornell's camp stuck to the line that the idea for Dundee came from Paul Hogan's head. Rod was pretty disappointed but decided to press on anyway. McCann, not 100% sure how to pronounce his name, wrote the brochure for him, calling Rod the Bushman superstar who inspired Crocodile Dundee. When someone asked him what he'd do if Paramount sued him, Rod admitted they'd probably win. But his wife Joanne didn't seem too worried. She said, I think Hogan's been really bad-mannered. Let him try whatever he likes. We'll stand up and knock him back down again. As it turned out, Hogan never did sue him, but things still went downhill.